Whew. All right, man. This is a different look. We're back at Teneroc, and we're at Lost Lake West. So you kind of drive these. There's two lakes kind of off, on the far outskirts of Teneroc that are included Lost Lake. So there's west and east, I think, and you kind of tucked in the woods. Fat boy had to huff his kayak back here. It's not too far, I'm still young enough to manage, but I am sweating it. Whew, it is hot. If you like mosquitoes, then we're in the right spot, because I just got murdered by them rigging up and stuff. It's summertime, man. We're back at Teneroc. I love to come out here and explore the different lakes during the summer. Nothing better to do, fishing sucks anyway. So this is a pretty cool spot. You can see it's a very primitive drop in. And I just noticed right in front of us, we got a little bit of eelgrass that you can kind of see. That's to paddle out to the main lake. You got to kind of tuck through and go that way, and it kind of puts you out. Like, this is the bigger of the two Lost Lakes. So I figured I'd come check it out, man. And seeing a lot of bluegill around this eelgrass, man. A ton of bluegill. So it's summertime. We're keeping it simple, 3.8 K-Tech, 5-inch Senko, crossing our fingers and hoping we can get a few bites. So let's go check this place out. Oh my God, are we already getting bit? There it is. There we go, right in that. Nice. There we go, second cast. I was like, funny, I had the thought too, oh man, first cast, it's bad luck. I don't subscribe to that, but I've had it happen both ways. But it's just an obvious thing, man. There's this shade line coming out because we got a lot of trees overhanging, so there's a lot of good shade lines, and it's got some good depth right off the bank, so it's kind of a deeper area, so with shade. So there's gonna be like kind of cooler water, and we actually kind of got some wind. Like, for a small lake, there's actually looks like there's some water movement, which is gonna help our cause. It's a little guy, but dude, we are on the board. All right, so just to show, we got our weedless OSP scrum hook, specifically, obviously you could do a wacky rig. You don't have to put the weight in, but to make it weedless. So I like the Yum Dinger 5-inch Senkos. They're cheap. It's a very soft plastic, so you do burn through them. They do not last, but they're so cheap that it's kind of worth it. Doesn't matter. So basically, I'm going up they have a hook slot, right? So I'm going to kind of utilize that. I'm up above, and this one was the one I just used, so it's going to go in just fine. I'm up above that that hook slot, boom, and I'm pushing this hook point of the scrum hook all straight through, and then you just kind of feed it all the way through your bait. So see, it's got these little, like kind of fluorocarbon keepers. They're pretty soft keepers, and you just come back in and you just shove it into the Senko where you just went through the, dunk, and they kind of hold it in place. And then I'm just gonna really feed this hook into the bait, and just, I'm more or less just gonna barely have it, so it kind of pokes into that hook slot. So you can see the hook point will kind of come through. You can see it right there, right where my finger is, dunk. So it kind of stays buried, right? And that's a weedless Neko rig. Now the only other trick I say is because you don't have an exposed hook, on my Neko rigs, it's always a reel set for me. I'm just lifting my rod tip and reeling into the fish very quickly. So I'm driving that hook normally with the reel. Point being, I'm doing the same thing essentially, but because that hook has to really come through that Senko now, I just tighten my drag down. That's the only trick I do. I just make sure my drag's tighter so it kind of forces that hook out better. That's it, man. Weedless Neko. It's a glorious thing. I throw it in eelgrass, throw it around hydrillo, whatever. It's weedless. Oh, dude, that feels like another bite. Look at that. Look at that. Dude, we got another one. This feels a little bit better. Dude, look at that. We got a nice little water bass right here, dude. There's number 2 in just a short amount of time. All right, man. GoPro overheated. I tucked it in. So I was all the way across the lake, and I looked across and I saw a little feeding frenzy kind of over in this area. So, you know, I didn't rush over. I don't do that. I slowly made my way over here. We just missed one, and I came back and I had some scales stuck to my hook, and it was obviously there's tilapia that are mixed in with this school, but there we go. We're just throwing the 3.8 K-Tech. You can see hoovered that. Got the 3.8 K-Tech on a jig head. This is basically what happened last time I was at Teneroc, that we were kind of chasing around a school of fish, you know, getting, you know, snagging a few tilapia, but there were bass mixed in. So this is our big one of the day so far. Not a giant by any means. Oh, there we go though. He's 13¼ inches. Here we go. That's our first one that's over a pound. There we go. There we go. Oh, there's another one. He's got a, man, we were just lucky enough that another feeding frenzy started, and I was just nearby it, man. Sometimes you got to get lucky. Sometimes you got to just be lucky in the summertime. Oh, dude. This fish, I could see right on the surface, he was just under a pot of bait. I could see the bait like roiling right in the surface. I just managed to make that cast right over to him, dude. See, there you go. See, that's, this guy's eating well. He's got a nice little summertime belly going on. Those are tilapia. Oh God, dude, there we go. These are definitely tilapia right here, but see how the bass are mixed in? There we go. Oh, there we go. They were blowing up. I thought I missed out. And it's definitely like a school of tilapia, but the bass are kind of mixed in with them. I don't know if they're eating the same thing or what the deal is, but if you pedal around here, you can see a ton of tilapia just kind of chilling right under the surface and stuff. Oh my God, that guy hoovered it. We got the, switching gears from the K-Tech, something different. We got the BR fish. Oh, dude, there we go. There's another one. Here we go. There we go. They're still in the area. We just caught that last one. You know, the feeding frenzy died off, but we're still just kind of, sometimes you can pick another one off or so. You just gotta fan cast that area, man. There we go. They're still around. Another little bass. Another little guy on the BR fish. It's fun, at least. We're catching some fish out of here. You know, nothing big. Pretty standard summertime deal. We caught some up shallow in shade, you know. And now we're out here in the open water that you can see. We're just making our way. It's not a big lake, but we're making our way through these little islands of trees and stuff. And just wherever I'm seeing them kind of pop up, I'm trying to be in that area, you know, to catch the next blast of feeding opportunity. Oh, dude. Oh, dude, come on. Feels like, here we go, here we go. God, dude, that guy tapped it 3 separate times, man. Got him on the third one. Here we go. Dude, I will say something. You know, we switched, my K-Tech got torn up, so I wanted to throw the BR fish, mix it up today. And I will say, when you get around them, it seems like this has been getting slightly more committed bites. I think it's just something totally different that they haven't seen. And it's got that crazy just darting action. Maybe it's, you know, maybe too, it's not moving too far away from them. You know, it's kind of maybe staying in the strike zone better. Even though I'm working it pretty quickly, it's still, it's got that action. So it's not just in a straight line, beelining past them, you know, really. It kind of stays maybe in their face a little longer, gets them to commit, especially when, you know, summertime, like they are active, but when they're not active, when you don't have those feeding frenzies, they're very inactive. So they become very hard to catch. Like it's like these little short windows of opportunity, but this BR fish seems like it's extending my window of opportunity. Just a thought, you know, just something to note. All right, Duo Realis, this is the BR fish, just to give you a shot. I believe all of these are always 3.3 inches, but they have a lot of different size heads. So, and I assume it's just different weighted heads. They all come with the same hook. And it is somewhat of a finessey hook, but I've been whaling on them. So, you know, I've been pulling on them. So it's definitely holds up. So basically, if you look at the back, they'll show you that there's 2 ways to rig it. You know, the one way for the darting action, and then one way for more of a straight retrieve like you would a standard, you know, jig head minnow. So on the flat, if you put the flat side down and rig it that way, flat side down, that's the darting action. If you put it the other way, that's more of the, you know, hover strolling style. Me, I'm always going with the down. Got the darting action back and forth. Here we go. Damn it, damn it, damn it. I need to be over here just a little more. There we go, there we go, there we go. Oh, he came off. Oh, dude, he was after it. Dang it, man. Another little guy.